Deadpool and Wolverine has broken multiple box office records. This movie has not only broken one record, but it has earned all the monies. It has earned all the monies. So let's take a look at this. We're going to take a look at this one comes from Deadline. Deadpool Wolverine, all the box office records broken. Behold, the box office feats of Marvel's Deadpool and Wolverine this past weekend. Highest R-rated opening of all time, both worldwide and domestic, at $444.1 million worldwide and $211 million domestic. Deadpool and Wolverine beats previous record holder Deadpool from 2016 at $264 million worldwide in like-for-like markets, excluding China, which did $132.4 million domestically. Biggest global opening since Avatar. Worldwide, it's beat it by $5 million. Biggest opening for Ryan Reynolds? Yes, it beat out Deadpool. Biggest opening for Hugh Jackman, beating out X-Men. Wow, at $102.7 million for X-Men The Last Stand. Biggest opening for Sean Levy, 2009's Ninth Museum Battle of the Smithsonian at $54.1 million. Highest opening of an highest July opening weekend of all time at domestic box office, surpassing The Lion King. I'm guessing that's 2019 at $191.8 million. Passing through that ad, we'll go through Marvel Cinematic Universe is the highest grossing film franchise of all time with $30 billion, spanning 34 titles. The 34th consecutive MCU release to debut at number one at the domestic box office. Highest domestic opening of 2024 and highest since Spider-Man No Way Home in December of 2021 at $261 million. Number 6 highest domestic opening weekend of all time. Sixth highest opening weekend at the domestic office. Okay, so this was opening day. Opening day, July 26th, $96 million. Number 4 highest superhero opening of all time, behind Avengers Endgame, Spider-Man No Way Home, and Avengers Infinity War. We're not done, folks. Number 2 highest opening weekend for a third installment of all time, behind Avengers Endgame. Third? Because to me, that's the fourth installment. As of this post, Walt Disney is responsible for 16 of the top 20 domestic openings of all time, with the MCU responsible for 11 of those of the top 20. Disney also owns 5 of the top 6 opening weekends of all time at the domestic box office. Highest opening weekend ever for an R-rated film with $233.1 million internationally, surpassing Joker at $147 million on a like-for-like basis at current rates. Highest opening weekend abroad since Avatar: The Way of Water, surpassing the biggest film of the entire year. Thus far, this film could beat it, with Inside Out 2 earning $223 million on a like-for-like basis at current rates. And finally, to date this year, Walt Disney Pictures has released the number 1 title of May, June, and July. So that's everything. It's beaten all those records. All of those records. Not to mention this. Taking a look at this, this one comes from Box Office Mojo. And Box Office Mojo is not usually what I use. I usually end up using the numbers. But as of right now, it has crossed $500 million at the worldwide box office in under 5 days. In under 5 days. Now, this is behind. $496.3 million worldwide. This will hit $1 billion within 2 weeks. This weekend, it'll probably take a 50% drop. It'll definitely take a 50% drop because everybody who wants to go and see it will go and see it on opening weekend. No doubt in my mind. However, what we do have here, is something that is blowing everything out of the water. Deadpool and Wolverine is making more money than I was thinking it would opening weekend. Surpassing $500 million opening week. Opening week, folks. That's big news for this. The MCU, I'm not going to say it's back. It's Deadpool and Wolverine. We know what we're getting with this type of a box office. This is great, though. This is great. It saves the box office. We're going to see it happen more. However, this month coming up, we just looked at it last week. There's nothing coming out that's going to do big numbers at the box office in July, in August. Nothing's going to make big money at the box office in August. Nothing. Nothing is going to reach $100 million at the box office opening weekend. Mark my words, not one thing. Not one. I think the highest opening is probably going to be 50, maybe 60, $70 million is pushing it. We're not going to get this. We're not going to get this until, I'm going to say, at least Moana 2. Moana 2, Wicked, get into the Gladiator and Wicked Barbenheimer effect, see if that does it. But this is what you do. This is what the box office is all about. This is why movies are big hits, because you need to build on nostalgia. Yes, we knew we were going to get some X-Men and Fox cameos. We do get those. But you also bring back characters. Here's the thing. Deadpool did make a lot of money. Deadpool 2 did make a lot of money. They weren't billion-dollar films. This movie is already doubling what the first and second did in its worldwide theatrical runs. Deadpool, the first Deadpool, made a grand total of, what was it? Let me pull this up here. Deadpool made a grand total of $781 million at the worldwide box office. Once the word of mouth got out, it was Ryan Reynolds. That's when Ryan Reynolds became huge. $781 million. This movie is at just shy of $500 million already. That's going to be gone. I think that surpasses that this weekend. Let's take a look back here. And we will take a look at Deadpool 2. Because Deadpool 2 is also down here. Show you all the Deadpool movies. This is huge. If it will let me show you. It's not going to let me show you right now. But this is big news. There we go. Deadpool 2 made $786.3 million. So it's going to surpass that this weekend, I think. No doubt in my mind. No doubt in my mind that this is going to pass it. But look at that number. Again, $496 million. $496. Inside Out 2 might have some competition. Does this have the repeat value? I think so, yes. I think so. Because you're going to want to show your fans. You're going to want to show your friends. You're going to want to go and see this again. Because you don't get movies like this. Experiential events with big audiences packed in the theaters. We got that with Twisters. We got that with Inside Out 2. But we haven't got that in a while. Barbie? Yes, we got that with Barbie. A lot of women, a lot of boyfriends and girlfriends, a lot of mothers and daughters, grandmas and granddaughters. Everybody went to that movie. Everybody went to Barbie. This is different. This is you're saying goodbye. You are saying goodbye to the Fox movies. You're saying goodbye to that universe. You're bringing Deadpool and Wolverine into the MCU. Not that they're going to be massive roles in the future. I think they might show up in a movie here and there. Because Deadpool, well, with what Ryan Reynolds said, he doesn't think he's going to do a fourth one because it may pull back on his marriage a little bit. He's very devoted to his family. Him and Blake may have talked, but I don't know. Since this is heading towards $1 billion and climbing towards probably the the fastest climb to $1 billion an R-rated film has ever done, and probably will ever do, is massive. But what do you think about Deadpool and Wolverine breaking all these records, cracking $500 million at the worldwide box office within the first week? Within the first, let's see, Thursday night, Friday night, Saturday night, Sunday night, Monday night, Tuesday night. So you might as well say 5 days. You might as well say 5 full days of being opened. $500 million, which is going to equal to about $100 million a day thus far. But what do you think about that? Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. And we can have a talk about that, but let me know your thoughts and comments down below.